Welcome back to the Baseball Enthusiast channel. My name is Evan O'Brien alongside my good pal Billy Bissell. And the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby just racked up. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about some awards. We're going to get out some awards, biggest surprises, biggest disappointments, best fan call, fan interaction, and some the main awards, MVP, Cy Young, all that jazz. Before we get anything started, Billy, how are we doing today?
Doing pretty great today, man. I got my baseball shirt on. I'm ready to talk baseball. It's the All-Star break. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the All-Star break shorter than it has been in past years? I feel like it's always like at least maybe it's only a day shorter, but I feel like it's always more than just one day off aside from the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game. But I could be wrong.
I feel like it should be longer. There should be some sort of another event, but like we said, we talked about it, the futures. I feel like that should be broadcast more. It's just on the Sunday that games are happening all at once. I feel like it's usually 4 days. Yeah, we have Monday and Thursday off.
Yeah, I always thought it was that, but the Mets, I think, I think the Yankees have a game tomorrow. I know the Mets do. The Mets, it's weird. I don't know if the Yankees do. I know. Well, I'll say this. I know the Mets have a game tomorrow, a day off on Friday, and then they finish out the series on Sunday and Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, teams are playing Friday. I see the Red Sox have a doubleheader on that day. And yeah, the Mets and the Phillies just a game on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's slightly less. Well, it's in Philly. They're both close. They probably stayed, got their hotels for like 6 days or whatever needed.
It's fine. I just always felt like the All-Star break was like at least a day longer. I don't remember being like just 3 days off. But anyway, that was my take. Otherwise, I'm excited to talk about the festivities.
Talk about the Home Run Derby. George Walker is the winner for the 2026 Home Run Derby over Schwarber in the final round. And overall, I enjoyed it. The most part, I was kind of busy for both Home Run Derby, but I did definitely watch more of the All-Star game when I had the chance to. But it was great. I think we had higher expectations for the numbers being produced for the Home Run Derby, especially in the first round with 20 swings. I think I had 18, you had 16. The highest was Walker and Contreras with 13 in the first round.
We both had those high expectations. In the back of my mind, I was thinking it was going to be low, but I figured that someone was going to get hot too. I don't know. I was like, yeah, maybe someone will get going. But every swing mattered, man. That was my early reaction. Every swing had so much juice to it that you could feel the tension. And maybe you could feel the tension with the timer in previous years as the timer goes down and like he's got to hit this amount, sure, but it really felt like there was a lot more build up with this. Every swing mattered. The guys were taking their time. You know what I thought was really funny? I saw a tweet about someone saying, if I was in the Home Run Derby, I would completely shake things up and take every single pitch. And the announcer who was in on it would say, maybe after the 100th pitch, he'll swing away. I thought that's very good. I would imagine, people could have fun with that and it would just be a horrible catastrophe. But guys were taking it seriously. I had so much fun watching this.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned tension. I feel like there definitely is a lot of tension now compared to the timer, I feel like. So what I mean by that, I feel like now with these amount of swings, once you miss a few, you're in a hole. You're already in a hole. But as for the timer, you're pretty much trying to swing at everything you can get, anything that's close. You're truly not taking anything, unless it's way off the plate. But you're trying pretty much swing at everything that's close in the strike zone and taking it as deep as you can with a timer compared to it is now with just swings.
Yeah, and I think that makes it so much more fun of an event. I think even though it might take a little longer, I think Pete Alonso said this, and maybe I said this on a episode, that the aura, I'm paraphrasing, the aura of the Home Run Derby was about taking in the home runs, watching them fly. That's why the 10 out stuff had so many good moments. And we remember a lot of those moments because you get to watch them fly. You get to see these massive homers. Like, imagine the Ken Griffey homer that goes off the warehouse in a timer setting. You wouldn't be fully able to understand that home run or feel it because he's got to go to the next one. You could never understand any of those deep home runs because they were just going to the next pitch. This one, when you see Jack Caglione send the ball back to Kansas City, you get to really see that one, even though he didn't do great. But he put one, like, I think 494 feet, I think it was. It was crazy. I think the ball would have went further if there was no seats. But with this new format, you get to actually see the home runs. It didn't feel drawn out. I know you have to kind of get through those first rounds a little bit. Like, sure, they might be slow in the beginning, but the tension builds up, and it builds up. And I thought it was a successful job. I thought it was entertaining and really great.
Yeah, I think the longest home run of the night was William Contreras with 490.
Oh,
early
maybe
on.
yeah.
That was the first guy of the night, too.
Wilson Contreras.
Oh.
William is the brother on the Brewers.
Oh my
Wilson's,
gosh! I keep messing that up.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I know we all knew who you meant.
But that was the farthest one. Schwarber maybe had like 460 and stuff like that. That was like around like the sweet point of that home run derby for distance wise. So
yeah,
I enjoyed it, and like I said when we kind of made our predictions, even though that episode came out late, I don't know why, but my thing was struggling just to upload that. Ben Rice, lowest guy. Even though my predictions for like most home runs, I still had low expectations for him because his swing is not a home run swing.
Yeah.
And even on the internet, I see a bunch of comments pretty much the same thing. Like, that's fine. And some people were kind of like comparing it to Jazz here, but like, come on. I'd say Jazz should have done better than a Rice would do when he had that opportunity.
Jazz was horrendous too. Like Jazz
he was horrendous,
like...
but I feel like he had a better opportunity to like do something, put up more numbers. And even though there's obviously different derby concepts and rules, I still think Jazz had a better like home run swing for that moment. Rice can hit home runs, but his swing for the derby and trying to like truly lift the ball up, not for him.
I think he said that he felt like he was so out in front every single swing because he was just so excited. Like he was just had so much energy and so much, like he was
so giddy
adrenaline
from the start.
Yeah, which is good. Like I mean, like that's what it's all about, right? That's why I thought Junior Caminero was gonna come out swinging, and we both thought that Junior Caminero was gonna win it. But Jordan Walker, man, was insane. Like so much aura.
Yeah, this was, I think, July 10th, we were down in D.C. I was pretty much showing you Jordan Walker's, like, it was on MLB, they're just, like, preparing for, like, showing a video of, like, all the contestants, and, like, Jordan Walker was the one I just stopped and, like, looked at and had to show you. I didn't pick him, I should have, but I was, like, so impressed with his swing. I was like, he has that home run swing. I should have went with my gut from the feeling, but I just kind of went with like a little more experience, especially Schwarber, especially Caminero, what we saw last year. And I kind of picked those two in the finals, had Schwarber winning I had Junior Caminero upsetting Schwarber.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, you were right, though. The Jordan Walker piece was right on. Like, his swing is a home run swing, but he actually is hitting for average, too. Like, it's not like in real life. I say in real life. In baseball, he actually does hit gaps, but like his whole thing, I remember seeing a report, like he's pulling the ball better, he's hitting with way more pop, but gosh, it was just so pretty. Like he was hitting effortless tanks, line drives. I also I thought Netflix did a pretty good job. As someone who was really locked into it, I thought Netflix did a pretty solid job. There were times where it bugged out and they would do like this wipe away thing, and it would save the broadcast from looking like crap. I think some of my friends were annoyed with the different camera angles. I saw John Boy posted that, the director or the producer, whatever, he had ADHD and he was flipping through a million different camera angles. I felt that, but at the same time, maybe my attention deficit brain was okay with it. Just me changing it to different things. So overall, I thought Netflix was good for it. I thought the crew was solid. Like Rizzo versus Vasgersian and Pence were good. Bonds, Pujols, and Ellie Duncan, I thought as like their sideline thing were solid. And it's crazy just seeing Barry Bonds and Pujols sitting next to each other doing analysis of baseball, which is just awesome. And it was a really cool moment at the end where they both put their mics up to ask for Jordan Walker's grandmother, just to say how proud she is, which was really dope. Overall, I was really happy with the broadcast part of it. I thought it was solid. I saw Barstool hating on it for whatever reason, but I don't know. I was happy with it, and great home run derby. How long do you think this stays as the home run derby format?
Because I'm just gonna quickly search up what
How long did the timer one last?
timer.
That was actually a long time. That was longer than I thought it was.
It was pretty much 10 years.
A deck. Damn. What the fuck?
So that was 10 years. This, like, I do like what you meant by actually like admiring the home runs. I do like how that is kind of being taken place without the timer. The swings part, I don't like because I feel like we're getting less home run actions than we do when we had the 10 run or 10 outs early in the days when like I was growing up. So we were growing up. I feel like they're gonna make some tweaks eventually, but I think right now maybe 8 years we'll see this. Maybe we'll know.
That's gonna go by quick, you know that. Like those,
Yeah.
like if those
Even the
10
timer
years
did.
flew by, yeah. If those 10 years flew by, those 8 years or so are definitely gonna be like that. I could see, yeah. There was, I do still like to see a lot of homers hit. I think what's cool is that with I'll say like last thing, I'll say like with the timer, you get to see that you can really see them going on a run of homers a little bit better with the timer. With this one, it was like I feel like you didn't feel that as much at times. But with Jordan Walker at the end, it was like, oh my gosh, every swing was like, God, it was going out.
Yeah,
What do you think?
like I'm just like thinking about the timer. Like love just saying boom, home run, boom, home run. Like you're just going on a run, and it's just similar thing to like I guess maybe like the 3-point contest. A little bit like bang, bang. Like you get excited every time like he makes contact. When he does, it's like like he goes back again, does it again, goes on a little run streak. I like the timer a little bit more. I like
You
how
still like the timer more.
I still like the timer a little more.
I can't agree with that at all. After what,
Same.
I mean, maybe this is recency bias. It probably is part of it, 100%.
It would
I-
take time if I had to, but right now I'm still pro timer.
He's pro timer. He's like, I don't even. That's not even old time because if it was like 10 outs, that's the old time you take. Yeah, I'm in on the change. I'm 100% in on the change. I just think like we get to really see these guys like take their time, settle in, like what baseball was before the pitch clock. Even though the pitch clock, I was kind of for it, but anyway, this is what baseball was. You take your time with things. Things get drawn out, of course, but I'm a fan. I
We
like
could talk about pitch clock and recently rules another time, because yeah, we'll talk about it another time. But now let's talk about the All-Star game that took place. The American League took down the NL 4-0. Was the first shutout I believe since 2013.
Yeah. I remember I was talking to you about how the NL could no hit the AL. Yeah, that was a lie.
Yep.
Now, it was a low scoring game. The pitcher still came out to pitch,
I think
but
the AL was no hitting the NL to like four. Maybe they got to the fifth inning and got the first hit, or
yeah, I
maybe
think
got
that's
to
what
the
it was.
fourth inning and got the first hit. But
Yeah.
still, like at least three solid innings of no hit ball going to the top of the order, or everyone just going through it.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it was a pitcher's duel.
yeah, it was pitching duel. I believe 15 strikeouts for the American League, 12 across the board for the National League.
Dude, it's crazy. Like Dylan Cease mic'd up. I was all struck out the side. His first in his first in that first inning of work. Maybe that was a sign of what was to come. By the and Dylan Cease, by the way, is nasty. He's always been nasty, but he still
Yeah.
is very very nasty.
Like I would say, jokingly, the second the runner-ups for the starters were starting. Don't get me
Right?
wrong.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's like the top three. Let's see, who did he punch out in the top three? I mean, he punched out Soto to start. Um,
Schwarber, Soto, and Freeman.
I mean,
Wait, no, yeah, Schwarber.
and he's still one of the better hitters.
No, I thought he walked someone at the beginning.
Or maybe he's no, he didn't strike out the side. He struck out, he struck out 3 or 4 batters. Yeah,
He walked
yeah,
someone.
yes, he did. He did. 100%. 100%. You're right. But I know he punched out Soto. Um, yeah, and Bellinger, of course, getting
Yeah, the
All-Star MVP.
yeah, like how they interviewed him at the very end. Like, did you think your RBI single in the first inning was gonna hold up? And it did. And other Yankee Ben Rice, the same thing right after him, knocking in another run, and that was pretty much the early offense. And then later, uh, Miguel Vargas took. Who did you take deep? But I just remember PCA, fellow Chicago team player, was mic'd up, and Vargas took him deep while that was going on, which was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Iron right there. And maybe some foreshadowing. Maybe the White Sox are the better team this year. We'll never know. Could be. Could be.
I mean, hey, when they played each other this series, the White Sox got the better of them, right? I mean, that was early in the season. That was that crazy 3 games set where PCA yelled at a fan, and that changed like a little bit of the trajectory of his career, of his not career, of the season for him. He got off to that rocky start afterward, and then he went bananas, and now he's a potential MVP candidate. It could be, man. We could see a battle. I mean, I'm excited for when they play each other even more, because I think those games are gonna be great. But the next matchup will be in Wrigley, probably, right?
Yeah, I believe a lot of the. Because I know interleague rivalry stuff, or like at least the rivalry stuff, played twice. So I know the Yankees and Mets will play twice later in September.
Yep.
So I believe they should be playing as well.
Yeah, I just checked it up. The White Sox are playing at Chicago in late August. August 17th to the 19th. Mark your calendars. It should be fun.
Yeah, I think just great pitching by the American League. Some other names that were also should be talked about slightly. Walker had a good inning, 2 strikeouts. Ryan, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. On the National League, an inning by Foster Griffin, 2 strikeouts. Nice play by Ernie Clement, by the way. That was pretty nice. Little Jeter action, moving to his left side over there. And even though Robleski did give up that was a pitcher. Robleski gave up that home run. Still 2 innings, that 1 hit with 5 Ks. So
Still good.
yeah, still good. Even though he gave that home run, he came in for the second inning of relief. Got
played on his
that job.
birthday too. Shout out Justin Robleski.
Is there anyone? Because Bellinger's birthday. Is there anyone else?
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not that day. I think it was
Oh, okay.
Monday. Doing
Yeah,
the Monday, I believe.
Okay. Robleski played on played the All-Star game on his birthday. It was on July 14th.
Gotcha.
Wow, that's funny. Also, Billy Herman played on it twice because the home run derby was on the same day. I'm just looking at the article talking about all the names that have played. And guess what? Howie Kendrick. Howie Kendrick played an All-Star game on his birthday. Shout out 21 Questions legend Howie Kendrick.
I guess you guys have your birthday in early mid-July, so.
Yeah, that's it. You might get lucky.
And that's the thing. Like, I can never play baseball on my birthday, so yeah. Just in December.
You're December. Yeah, I'm a winter birthday too. Unless we lived in Florida. We gotta go down. We gotta go down south. That's it. Only shot we have. Or go west. Or go west. Those kids play every day.
Well, moving on, we're gonna have our mid-season halfway awards ceremony. We have some interesting categories, and we have the main ones like Man of the Year, MVP, Cy Young, all that. We're gonna start off with the most surprising team. This is gonna be everyone in the league, not just AL or NL. And we do have other splits between NL and AL awards that we will say both for. But I guess I'll start things off with the most surprising team. It's going to be the St. Louis Cardinals, who currently are third in their own division. And they had a lot of low expectations. I'd say a similar team would be also the Guardians, having low expectations, but they end up finding a way, and one of the true guys to look out for on that roster was Jordan Walker. You have Dustin May doing unbelievable things over there, and they've just been getting the job done. Rookie J.J. Weatherholt, Burleson, Mason Wynn. So I don't know what is happening over there, but for starters, it might have been a little bit of a energy base from the crowd. A lot of shirts being thrown in the air, tarps off, section in the whatever left or right field, top deck, nosebleed section. But I feel like that was the true beginning of like, damn, the Cardinals, because they were winning when that happened. They were truly winning ball games at that time, and they still are. They're still over 500, and I feel like that's a ball club that had low expectations entering this year, and here they are, right now at a wild card spot. I believe. Yeah. Oh no, they're outside. Damn. But they're still surprising.
I think the point still holds true. I'm surprised.
Yeah, they're right outside it with the.
Yeah, no, they're right there.
Phillies, Cubs, and the Marlins.
Which, I mean, shout out to the Phillies too for riding the ship from earlier in the season after firing Rob Thompson, and Don Mattingly comes in, takes over. I'm really surprised you didn't want to mention the White Sox, because that's my most surprising team. Like, I know that's like the obvious pick, but it's the obvious pick for a reason. You look at ESPN, you look at just the first article you see about the preseason rankings. Like, they were one of the teams that were supposed to be bottom half of the league. Like, they weren't supposed to be good. They made all these trades, and they banked on rookies, and they banked on some not a lot of contract. They banked on Murakami after scouts were saying, oh, you don't know about his power translating to the big leagues. He's kind of a strikeout guy, doesn't handle high heat. Well, the guy has never seen high heat that much, so who knows if he can handle it. Well, he sure as hell can, because he's hitting a lot of homers right now. He didn't do too bad in the home run derby, but didn't make it to the cut. The White Sox are my most surprising team. That's like not a debate. Like, they are led by good rookies. Like Tristan Peters as well has been excellent for the White Sox. Davis Martin has been an ace for the White Sox, one of the most underrated pitchers in baseball. I mean, it's really tough to say he's underrated because of how well he's been playing. The White Sox are in, man, and they're at the top of their division. They are the most surprising team without a shadow of a doubt right now. The fact that they're even close to competing after after losing over 100 games. What was it like? They broke the record 2 years ago, right? Season before they were terrible as well. Now they're at the top of their division, competing with playoff contenders. Yeah, they got it right there. They're playing excellent baseball right now. You know, we'll see what happens in the second half, because this is where it gets really tough. These July month, the rest of July, the beginning part of August, Like these next 4 weeks and 5 weeks are going to be tough parts of baseball. So if you can like weather the storm, it's a really tight division without a real, you know, breakaway team, including themselves. So if they could just weather the storm for a little bit and then lock in for that second half of August to September run, oh yeah, we're going to be seeing the White Sox in October. I'll stamp it right here. They're the most surprising team in the first half.
All right. As now for our next award, we have the most disappointing team in the MLB. And I'll stick with the NL still. And this team has a loaded roster. This team has the talent, that has names, and they truly haven't put things together. I think one of the main things is probably their pitching side, the rotation, but the lineup, they have names that could do the job, and they haven't done it. It is the San Francisco Giants. Like, they made acquisitions in the recent years: Willie Adames, Luis Ariz, Matt Chapman, and moving forward. But I don't know what it is with the Giants. I feel like they have a hitter's park, and like you could just turn the ball around and like end up with a triple like every day for 162 or 82 games. And this is a team that just hasn't clicked for the most part. And like they had a good year 3 years ago when they ended up competing with the Dodgers for the top of the NL West. And now they're sitting near the bottom, like with the Rockies. Like you have the Padres, Diamondbacks. Like first off, that division, let alone, is struggling. I believe the Dodgers are like 11 and a half games front of anyone
Right on.
right now. That's just second place. And the Giants are way below that. And I feel like they have the hitting. They have decent players. Like you saw like a breakout year with Heliot Ramos, and you see like someone like Casey Smith who having a good year. See like a hitting streak like Jung Ho Lee, but together they have not clicked on a cylinder whatsoever. And Rafael Devers, an acquisition trade that happened randomly in the middle of the season. Well, not so random because he was acting up, but Bregman coming through that team, and he kind of felt defeated and didn't want to change his position up for the better of the team, and so he went out west. And I feel like he still hasn't gone off and been the Rafael Devers we've seen in the past. So, San Francisco Giants are my most disappointing team for this season. Midway.
Yeah. I don't blame you for saying that at all. They got really like you look at the bats, right? Like they're not bad, right? Like it's junk, right? You said them all. Jung Hoo Lee, Heliot Ramos, Luis Ariz. Luis Ariz having a great year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Rafi Devers he's been all right. He's been all right. Not really great. He's been all right.
He hasn't been the Red Sox we've seen him in the past
Absolutely
years.
not. Absolutely
like,
not.
Truly, like, disappearing.
Yeah. No, but like you have guys who are good, pretty good hitters. Like the Willie Adames one is terrible. Like that's supposed to be your shortstop, and he just has not been that. He makes some solid plays on defense. Like he'll have a moment or there or two, but he's not even close to the player you thought you were getting. And you know, shout out I guess to the Brewers for seeing that before. But I understand that pick. But let me use this platform to go in on my New York Mets as the most disappointing team in 2026. This team was projected by a lot of analysts to be competing for the top of the division or even winning the division. This was a team that was told by, well, it was more this was a Mets team that was made to believe by their front office that they were retooling, that they were going to increase their run prevention and shake up the core, get guys in that could be more bat to ball guys that are better at, you know, moving the runner over, or you know, playing like Milwaukee Brewers style baseball that David Stearns knows. This team has not done that. Granted, I'll say this. They've been really injured. They've been hurt a lot. Juan Soto missed some time. Lindor missed a lot of time. Those players have not been on the field a bunch. Bo Bichette missed them some time when they've been out. Simeon's gonna be Marcus Simeon. He's gonna miss his time. Francisco Alvarez somehow came back from a partially torn MCL sprain. The guy's a dog, but he hasn't been a part of the lineup a bunch. Kodai Senga. Now we're not talking about really injuries anymore. Has been horrible. And I want him to be good so badly. But he's been reduced to a bullpen arm. A guy who needs an opener to come into the game, and then he's just someone who can get 3 outs, go 3 innings, 3 to 4 innings. Our best pitcher was Clay Holmes, and I don't even mean to disrespect him. Clay Holmes was really good until his leg snapped in half off a line drive. Noah McLean has been, he's battled back. He's been a lot better. But the Mets have been so disappointing. Aside from Juan Soto, and thank gosh for Carson Bench for figuring out A.J. Ewing has been really solid. It's been so disappointing. To be last in the division, one of the worst teams in baseball, is... Mendoza had to go. He had to go, but it's not on him. It was 100% not his fault. The guy that got it right now, Green, he'll have some better quotes about the players and what he expects from certain guys. Like when you have a guy like Christian Scott coming in who had Tommy John surgery. I like his comments. This team was supposed to be so much better. We should not be last in the division. Now we're going to be sellers at the deadline. Who knows who's going to go? Freddie Peralta. I can go on and on about this team. They've been the most disappointing team. We'd be here all day. It's a tragedy what's been going on in Queens.
Yeah, well, they are just ahead of the Colorado Rockies as the worst team in the NL. So that is not good competition to be a part of. How the Rockies been the last few decades of a season. But the Mets, on the other hand, they were moving. They made the NLCS. They had a chance to potentially make the World Series. And now here they are possibly going to be sellers of the trade deadline.
I don't see why they wouldn't be. But, yeah, you should not be in contention with the worst team in baseball, with the Rockies, after the payroll we have. I know a lot of it's on Juan Soto. I get it. That doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm happy the young guys are up right now, and whatever, all the injuries happened for a reason. This is unacceptable. I'm glad I finally got the chance to vent out a little my feelings about the Mets right now. It's horrible what's been going on right now. I hate to cut you off. There you go. Most disappointing.
No, it's good to talk about your feelings, man.
Thank you. It's men we don't get a chance to.
Now I'm going to head over to the best newcomer of the off-season additions. I'm going to pivot from my first person that I did have, which is Brandon Lau. But now I'm going to pick someone else in the NL Central, and that is Kyle Harrison. He was on the move last few seasons. Went from Giants, being a young prospect, went over to Boston for very little starts, and then got traded over to Milwaukee. And now he's kind of been one of the top guys, right behind Mizorowski, Woodruff, who I believe is back on the IL. But he's some guy you're looking to as a young lefty, and he's been pretty dominant. 3.01 ERA in his 17 starts. He has 101 strikeouts and laying at a 1.07 WHIP, and strikes for 9, 10.9 strikes, walks for 9, 2.2. He's been solid for the Brewers, and the Brewers have been solid this whole season. So he's going to be my newcomer of the midway point for the MLB season, Kyle Harrison.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Kyle Harrison, I'm looking at just 21 minutes ago, he actually, He went on the IL Saturday with forearm tightness, so he might be out for a little bit of time. But I 100% agree that Kyle Harrison should be recognized as one of the best offseason ads. That's crazy timing. I just wanted to break that. But yes, and this was a while ago. It wasn't just 21 minutes ago. I'm sorry. This is just NBC Sports. This site reporting it. It happened on Saturday. Even though still having an exceptional year, he's a big part of their success. I want to pivot from someone else. Like I had trouble kind of finding another offseason addition. Like the free agent, by the way, auditions have not been great. Have been really bad. The only one who's been really great is Dylan Cease. Like that's been the best one so far because he might win he could win a Cy Young. He could. He's in contention. All right, Yankees fan. All right, bias over here. But hey, they're back and forth. Like that's it. Every other one is either has been mid or been bad. The best offseason moves actually been the ones that have stayed with their teams, which is cool to see. But my offseason ad is going to be Wilson Contreras. The Red Sox, I wanted to pick a player on a good team, and I'm not saying the Red Sox are a good team, but they're playing a lot more competitively as of late. Contreras has been the only consistent bat on that team. The only one. He's been solid behind the plate. I'm sorry, at first. I see it. The mistake you keep making with William Contreras, I keep thinking he's a catcher. He's been solid on defense. He's had a lot of, obviously, I should have talked about that. Never mind. Wilson Contreras has been excellent. This Boston Red Sox team would be nothing offensively without him. Without him being the way to right the ship. He just rights the ship. He keeps everything going. That is it. Wilson Contreras, like if you just look at the advanced metrics, like his WOBA is the best on the team, 395. WRC plus is best on the team, 151. His offensive rating is 20.1, which I don't exactly know what that means, but it's 15 points better than Rafaela, who's having a great season in his own right. He's the best part of this team right now. He's actually Aroldis Chapman is one of the older guys. He's one of the older guys, one of the veterans on the team, and he's riding the ship. He's keeping the Red Sox in it for a wild card spot at the very least in a really tough division. So shout out to Wilson Contreras. I think he's been the offseason addition, and he also looked great in the home run derby.
Yeah. I do like William Contreras. He was great, but yeah, Dylan Cease, truly amazing. Wilson. Oh my gosh. I'll learn their names eventually. But yeah, Dylan Cease. I don't think he's gonna be Cy Young, but we'll see about that in the future. But we'll crunch the numbers, compare them. But moving on, we have some fun categories to hit off. Best defensive play. This one's just gonna be the infield. I had one that was Macy and Tolbar. I'll quickly show you this play.
Herrera, bouncing ball up the middle, diving stop, Massey, a flip.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Tolbert and Massey combine. Put a star next to that one.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Put a star. That's gonna be #1 highlight around baseball for weeks. I mean, that was a no-look backhand flip to Tolberg, and he was there, and then he made the throw.
By the way, those might be the swaggiest unis I've seen.
Oh,
I know
one?
it's like not. Yeah. I kind of like that, man. That's like you gotta bring that on special occasions. But I like that. Oh yeah, that's infinitely better than my play. My play is an Austin Riley diving catch, which is good. I'll send that over to you. It's a nice play. I wanted to do. I wrote in my notes app though. There was a Nasim, because this is my guy. Nasim Nunez unassisted 4-3 double play that I liked a lot. I was trying to look for double plays or like infielders work like coming together. Like I like that you put that in. That's better than my infield play for sure. That is the infield play of the first half, 100%.
So you said Riley, or then
Austin Riley, yeah,
Okay.
Austin Riley diving catch, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. As for my outfield defensive play, I had a few. I think there's probably an obvious one, unless you want to go first on this one.
I have two.
You have two.
There is.
All right.
I'll say probably the not obvious one. Well, I think
Tell
what
me
you
the two.
have. I think I'll say what I have. I have two. So one of them is I gotta give the Mets some love because I just ripped on them. The Carson Bench. I have to look at my phone. Pulchritudinous play, as Gary Cohen mentioned on the broadcast. He it was against the Angels. He laid out 1,000%. Like that's what I was looking for. Like either full extension or like clutch outfield assist. This was a full extension diving play. Would have been a guaranteed knock. And I just love the call by Gary Cohen too. I will send that over as well. And I'll also say the Derek Hill home run robbery against Juan Soto, the tarps off movement that started with the Cardinals for me. You know, I'm almost 1,000% certain this is not a new thing at all.
Yeah,
but
it's been around sports, so
it's been around sports forever. But the Cardinals were the first to do it this season. They made it popular. They really they made they had a whole section dedicated to it. They have a whole section dedicated to it. I think that was like the best fan moment ever. Like the players knew about it. I saw a grand walk-off homer where a Cardinals player literally was waving, like doing this motion, like he was waving his shirt over his head. We forget that Ali Marmol actually bought out that section for the fans to go there. And then it's the movement has gone across baseball. The game we went to the Nats game. Tarps off going up there. I think at the Orioles game in the right field, I think it happened over there too. I'm pretty certain late in the game. I thought it did. I'm pretty sure I might have seen some tarps going off. Could have been my imagination. But I know for a fact at the Nats game, it happens all around baseball. It's a great movement. It's such a freeing movement. It's great. That is absolutely the best fan moment for me.
yeah. I had between two. We talked about the McGonagall goggles with that young lady in Detroit, but I'll put it on the screen. But it was this Colorado fan. It was early on in the season, like late April. It was a bouncing foul ball, right field side, takes a hop, and a fan leaps. Kind of takes a tumble though too. I'll show you after I'm done talking, but he takes a tumble and he still makes a catch. People are kind of a little worried, like, oh damn, this guy fell on hard, on the seats and stuff like that in Colorado, but he was still able to make the grab and come up with it, and he was good. Let me try to find that clip.
I haven't seen that one actually. That's good. That's electric right there. That would be me. That would be me diving into the stands trying to get a foul ball or get
this
any
one
sort of ball.
probably not.
Oh, you lay out? I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Was the best home run robbery I've seen in a while. And I'm not just talking about this year. Like that, he raced back, jumped, and clear as day home run. There's some that oh yeah, a little bit, it's close, might be a double. No, that's gone if he doesn't go back and catch it. Derek Hill home run robbery. That might be the field play of the year. That's one of them at least. Aside from the one you're about to say. Yes, Derek Hill was my pick, but the bench one is there.
Well, I had an honorable mention thing of Colby Thomas of that flex, I believe is the name. He reaches out, and it looks like the play looks like it hurts. He's on his back towards it, low fence in right field. Still ends up catching it. Just he stayed in the game. Thank God he wasn't hurt or anything, but just incredible grab out there. But I think it was early on too. But I think the play is Joe Adele, and this is not just one catch. There's 3 catches. Then the last catch, obviously, the iconic photo at the end was the the icing on the cake right there. So, like Joe Adele just standing up, glove in the air, like into the stands, the place clearing out. That one lady with the phone out, just iconic photo. Just
Are you not entertained? Is that like shout out Joe Adele, man? That was insane. 3
I
home
think he
run
had
robberies in one game.
another one later on the season. Not as great as
I thought he
that,
did too.
but still.
Yeah.
As for the next award, we have Best Walk-Off Moment. And we might have some similar ones. Hopefully not, but I'll start things
I don't
off.
think we do.
We don't?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
No.
We'll see. I have Brandon Montgomery, his walk-off home run. And it was his first hit, our first home run in the big league. So that just pretty much topped it off over there. Having a walk-off home run in your first major league game is unreal and has to be the best feeling in the world. Him just pretty much, he was like taking off his batting gloves, getting like, I don't know what the reason was after that home run, but he was just he was like, all right, let's go. Like just rounding the bases. It was very iconic right there for him.
That's a good one. I forgot about that one. That actually is better than mine. Not we're not comparing too much, but mine's very random actually. It's a Bryce Eldridge grand slam. They were down. They were down 3, and this is kind of my grading in my head was like, and I forgot about that would have been if I would have saw like the whole moment of that home run is the story with that is the best. Like the first hit's a grand slam is a walk-off home run. That's insane. Bryce Eldridge though, like the moment of you're down 3, you need every single run to win, and then he didn't put it into the cove, but he hit a grand slam to right field. That was my favorite. That was awesome. I think it was a pretty good call with it. I just think that was like in terms of moment and like hitting a walk-off grand slam. I know it's like just a home run at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's still like you dream of that. You dream of that. And there were a couple grand slams actually, grand slam walk-offs, but that one was the best because they were down 3 and they needed every run to win. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, it was. First off, they were down 8-1 in that game. Then later, when they had an opportunity to
there you go.
tie it and win it, that was the moment. It was a grand slam, and I feel like grand slams and Oracle Park just makes sense, man. It just makes sense. Especially like walk
100%
off,
agree.
all
Yeah.
that stuff. Just a beautiful ballpark to do it in.
Put it in the Cove too. Like that'd be a Cove walk-off grand slam is cinema.
Next up, we're gonna have our best fan moment. I'm gonna let you start off, just in case we intercollide with our awards.
It's the easy.
You got to imagine he's going to look to run here. He's 6 out of 7.
Thinking the first couple pitches.
Merrill at the plate. This will go foul. It's hit a long way.
He was dancing off at first.
Oh! Oh!
Good. I think.
Got to play it off, even if I'm not good.
So I obviously never saw that. Oh my gosh. Oh. Crazy. I don't feel frozen, but you're still frozen, like with your hands on your surrender cobra.
I'm shocked right now. Like that was insane. Is his head okay? Did you see the kid back there with the same? Is his jaw also dropped like me? That would have been that. Never mind. I wouldn't have been that guy. I would have been that kid. I would have been that kid in the back. Like, what? All right.
Yeah.
Even the kid's like, all right. Like if a kid is like, all right, that's how you know you're like you're going above and beyond. Like respect, I guess. I don't know if it's worth the concussion. I don't know if it is.
All right. as for our next award, we have the best broadcast call so far, and I'm not doing a hyped one or so, but it's a home run call. It's Michael K's tribute to John Sterling passing away. Him is against Baltimore Orioles, and Aaron Judge goes deep in just recreating the famous John Sterling home run call in the process of it. He kind of like was going with his own thing, but also like kind of switched up near the end and delivered it perfectly.
The pitch. High drive. Right center field. Going back to Ferris. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Aaron Judge. A Judgian blast. Here comes the Judge.
Well, you nailed it, Michael. On a hanging slider. Judge nails it. And John Sterling would have come out of his...
Aaron Judge goes deep in just recreating the famous John Sterling home run call in the process of it. He kind of like was going with his own thing, but also like kind of switched up near the end and delivered it perfectly as a tribute to him.
That's really good. And I remember after the Yankees won, he did the iconic "The Yankees Win." Like, that was very good.
I believe the Mets also did it as well. Maybe some other teams, but I definitely saw the Mets.
The radio broadcaster for the Mets did it as well. Like, that was, that whole game was great. That's a great moment right there. I like that you picked a moment that wasn't like a grand slam or a walk-off or something, because that's truthfully, that is where the best stuff lies for commentators. Like, those are like how you see like what truly good they are. The big moments are obviously impressive, but that's a really good call. I, however, did pick a walk-off moment. I really struggled between two. I actually had one by Colton Cowser. Colton Cowser hit a walk-off homer. He actually hit back-to-back walk-off home runs, or like he did it twice. Like, he did it twice in like I don't know how long of a span. And his second call, like, he's hyped. It's a great call. He's rounding the bases, whatever. And as he's rounding third base, he goes, "Colton Cowser again! Eat your milk cold!" Get it? Because cow. So I thought that was really, really good. I like that one.
He's dancing off the bag. Fly ball, Colton Cowser. Deep right center. Mullins back at the wall. He did it again! Back-to-back days. Walk-off home runs for Cowser. 8. The milk cold.
And then, of course, the iconic Gavin Sheets walk-off home run.
Sheets to deep right center field. It's back. A 3-run home run to walk it off. Second straight night for San Diego. Holy Sheets.
We talked about it on the pod, I think, at least. A walk-off home run, and I didn't realize, but before the home run, the entire crowd is chanting "Holy Sheets," which is even better. Right before that swing, puts one into right field. He makes the call, finish it. It's a 3-run homer. Holy Sheets! It's so good. It's perfect. That he has such an iconic and just like raspy voice. He can get high up. Those are my two favorite. I couldn't pick which one was better though.
Like, as for the Ty France one, like, I'm pretty sure like they must have he must have said it prior, but this was more like walk off with Ty France. Holy Sheets.
Oh wait, Ty France. What do you mean Ty France? What does Ty France to do with it?
Or Gavin Sheets, other teammate.
Oh, okay.
My bad, brain fart. But so they must have knew about it already before. Like, it was like more iconic with a walk off sense.
Yeah, well, the entire crowd was chanting it too. Like the entire
So
crowd was.
there must have been a thing already.
It's got to be a thing. Yeah, it had to be a thing already. Like it was saying, "Holy shit!" Like that's insane. And then he pimps one. That's beautiful right there. That was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Yeah. Now for the uh, AL and NL surprise players of the Midway. I'm gonna start off with the NL. This might shock you, but he started an played in an All-Star game. I'm gonna go with Nick Martinez of the Tampa Bay Rays. I feel like he played tremendously prior to his time with the Rays, with the Reds, and now he has an opportunity, and he's been doing great. I feel like the whole pitching staff over there in Tampa has been truly dominating, and it's been like underrated so far going to this year. And he's posting a 2.65 ERA. He has only 62 strikeouts. Not a strikeout guy with his Ks for 9 is a 5.3, walks for 9 1.6 with a 1.120 whip in the making. So 18 starts. And he's been doing well for the Rays, and that's been pretty much the season for the Rays. Like just players like this coming out of the right heart, not too high on people's list, and he's been dominant.
Crazy enough, I'm actually gonna 100% agree with you. He was actually gonna be my off-season add-on, Nick Martinez, but I went with Contreras. Nick Martinez has been great. He's been really good. Finally, like I feel like he's always been around. He's been around. Like he's always been like solid. Like, he was on the Reds before that. I'm pretty sure at one point, who was like a good arm. Yeah, Nick Martinez has been just is so important to this Rays lineup. I've been really impressed. I think the Rays usually just rely on just just working their magic in their pitching department, and it worked out well with Nick Martinez. He found a way that just feels like a player that should be, that really should be this good. That should be good for the Rays at least. He feels like a Rays player, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, as for the AL surprise player of the Midway, I'm gonna give it to Jordan Walker. It's simply just because he hasn't really truly shined for St. Louis, and I feel like this has been his year so far. Obviously, coming off the home run derby, winning that whole thing, but he's sitting at a 2.95 batting average. He's tossing 22 home runs over the fence, 74 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, slugging at a 532, on base percentage at a 887. Dude's been dealing 3.8 WAR on the year. Amazing stuff for Jordan Walker. Pretty much correlates with my surprising team so far with the St. Louis Cardinals. So doesn't shock that I'm putting Jordan Walker up here for the surprise player.
It's a great pick. I mean, Jordan Walker wasn't even mentioned by ESPN as someone to look out for the Cardinals, and mind you, the Cardinals were supposed to be horrible, and they're your pick as a surprise team, and I think that's very valid that you put them there. I feel like I could go with a White. I obviously can't go with White Sox here, the AL team, but I'm gonna go with Otto Lopez. He's been my guy the entire way. I love Xavier Edwards too. I love that up the middle. Otto Lopez is probably gonna win the batting title for the NL. It's just been the steady. Him and Xavier Edwards have been the steadying force for the Marlins so far. He leads the NL in average right now. He even has like an 874 OPS, which is not bad, but that's not his role. His role is to get on base, slap some singles, cause some havoc on the bases. It's a really good offense for the Marlins. He got 17 stolen bases as well. He can get to 30. 9 homers. He's not really a homer guy, but I think he's just a really solid player. And man, the Marlins as a whole have been one of the more surprising teams in baseball. Otto Lopez being this good, and he always kind of had those bat to ball skills, I feel like, and just watching the NL East over the years. But yeah, Otto Lopez, man, like being at the top of baseball in average has been It's been pretty surprising to me. And I also want to give some flowers to Luis Arias and his defense specifically. I want on those when I was looking for best defensive infield moments, Luis Arias came up a bunch. Shout out to his defense. He's another batting title guy, and he won one. I know it hasn't been a good season for the Giants, but he's been one of the few bright spots.
Love that pick. Now on to our manager of the year. Well, manager of the halfway point, midway, whatever you want to say. I've been kind of bouncing around. But for the AL, I will now mention the White Sox. It's going to be Will Venable and his team, bro. It's been unreal. I'm surprised I didn't put him for the surprise team, but here he is as a surprise. Manager of the halfway point, Will Venable. The team's been clicking. They're right there. They're not games back. They're right with contention with the Guardians in the AL Central. Everyone's clicking. Murakami's back. Colson Montgomery, Vargas, you name it. The whole team is a big surprise. Everyone's coming together, and it's just a true team now. That everyone's clicking. All young stars are there, and you have talent that's there in Chicago or Southside Chicago for the first time in a while.
I same pick. Will Venable is my manager of the year. They're playing inspired. They're playing like a team. They seem like they have postseason aspirations, that's a crazy turnaround. I feel like as a baseball player and someone that's probably spent a lot of time in that locker room, and for someone that, I'm not saying about me, but just as a baseball player who spends a lot of time with the same team, who maybe has been there before, who has seen a lot of losing, just talking about postseason baseball is huge. Now, right now, they're at the top, and things could change. There's still a lot of games left to be played. I don't want to make this seem like this is now going to be the AL Central team to beat. No, it's still the Guardians, but right now, they're at the top for a reason. They're connected. Murakami is back, their main power bat, and they've still been able to right the ship while he's been out. They've still been able to be just fine. And I got to say, Murakami looked just fine in the home run derby, so he'll be just fine the rest of the way. I'm really excited about this team, and Will Venable, he deserves a lot of flowers. What he's been able to, whatever it is to get the boys to be playing good baseball, he's been doing it. And now there's actually something to look for when you go to right field in Chicago. It's not just the Cubs at Wrigley. It's now the White Sox.
Perfect segue, or perfect saying right there, how there is something out there besides Wrigley Field and the Cubs. So, yeah. I'm going to, now for the NL. This one might be a little of a surprise, but team that has an interim manager is going to be my manager of the halfway point, and that's going to be Don Mattingly. The Phillies had an early skid in the year, and now they truly have pulled it back, and they are pretty much right behind the Braves as the NL East, and chipping away they did. They kept on finding ways to win, and while the Braves last year were struggling, the Phillies just were struggling, and they ended up finding a way to get back in it. Not unlike the Braves last year, but now this is competition up top now. The Braves and the Phillies, so it's definitely going to be a fight near the end, and I feel like Don Mattingly did his job as an intern, and he has shown manager ability. And so, I don't know what else to say. I don't know who else could be up there in comparison to Don Mattingly in NL, but Don's been it.
Well, I will tell you. Now, I think Don Mattingly is the choice because I feel like it's Philly. And especially, I feel like the Phillies right now, because of how good they've been playing, have a chance to win the division. I think if they win the division, he's manager of the year, without a question. But I think the manager of the year right now for the NL is someone we've kind of talked about, Ali Marmol for the St. Louis Cardinals. I think he should be manager of the year right now. Your most surprising team, Jordan Walker. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's his doing that Jordan Walker is playing this well right now. But when you bank in on a team with only young guys, getting rid of all your vets over the past couple seasons, trusting the core, you have to be doing something right as a manager. You just have to be instilling some sort of confidence, something that gets them all together. There's got to be something with the environment. I'm not, maybe it's, I don't know the exact numbers on how he's doing with relief pitching, with relief pitchers coming into the game, with defensive substitutions, with pinch hitters. But I know they're playing great baseball, and they've really been playing mid and below average baseball the past 2 seasons with their veteran guys. There's not a lot of true veteran leadership that jumps off the page. Ali Marmol has done something to create a culture of winning, and also the fans do a pretty good, obviously doing a great job with the tarps off movement and everything like that. But I think it starts with the manager in the clubhouse. He's the one that sets the tone. The players, it's obviously a players' league, and all these professional teams, it's a players' league. But I got to give Ali Marmol his flowers. Now, there's a good chance they don't win the division, so I think that's why he has an outside shot of winning it. I think a guy like Don Mattingly has a better chance. But for a smaller market team, for a team to be this competitive, to have a shot at making the playoffs, a really good shot at making the playoffs, and to be buyers at the deadline, something we haven't seen in a while from the Cardinals, I got to give Ali Marmol his praise. He is my manager of the year at this halfway point.
I feel like there's been a lot of negative history with Ali Marmol early on in his tenure. They were getting thrown out, having some wild statements in the past, but now that his team's there, I feel like we haven't heard much from them, which is, I guess, good.
Solve all, right? It doesn't, and now he's paid for the tarps. Like, I think he's trying to. The PR team was going crazy, and I think winning helps that.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Now for our reliever of the Midway. Starting off, I'm going to have the AL. This could be obvious. I think there's another name that probably stands out too, but I'm going to go with my guy. I've been talking about him a lot, Cade Smith. He's racking up saves like crazy. 28 on the year. It does have 28. Oh. Okay.
How much do you have?
Oh, he has 28 this year. I thought it was wrong. But yeah, no, 28, yeah. I was a little surprised by the number too, to be honest. Maybe that's why.
No.
But Cade Smith is going to be my reliever of the Midway so far. I feel like he's been dominant. Someone that's been the back end for this Guardians team, which been a surprise. So, like, he's has a 2.5 ERA during that time with a 1.105 WHIP in the 44 and 1/3 innings pitch, 63 strikeouts. Has a Ks for 9 with 12.8, walks for 9 with 2.2. So Cade Smith will be my reliever in the Midway.
Yeah, I think that's actually a great pick. Like, the saves is what does it, really. Like, 28 saves. Also, shout out to David Bednar, Brian Baker for 25 saves. Yeah, I think Cade Smith, just being the guy you can count to shut the door, like, that's all you want in a closer. You don't have to have a lot of innings. You just need someone to get 3 outs. That's it. I'm gonna go with Lewis Varland though as my other option, even though I've like Cade Smith probably is that, but I believe like Lewis Varland. He's been in more situations. Like it's tough because Toronto hasn't been playing good baseball, but the guy's got a 1.1 ERA. Like his FIP is 1.43. I know it's a lot lower for relievers anyway. They don't get a lot of appearances. They don't have a lot of innings pitched, and they don't really have a lot of time for the defense to make plays. Still, really impressive stuff. Like that's like Mason Miller type of numbers. He's been disgusting too. He's got an excellent pitch mix. I just think Lewis Varland's been like just nastier. Like Cade Smith has been just that guy, but I'm with Lewis Varland. It's just tough because it doesn't look as flashy, or you might not know about it too much because the Blue Jays stink. Blue Jays just stink right now, so it's not really great. But otherwise, I think he's been just really good. Doesn't really walk a lot of guys either. Like he had an outing over here. He had 3 strikeouts in an inning. Like he gets 3 strikeouts in an inning often. Like he's very good, man. Like I just love the way he worked. I just think he's a really great pitcher. Even though he didn't really do great against the Yankees, I'm looking at. Still, he's one of the best, if not the best closer in the AL.
Yep. And now for the NL, you pretty much mentioned him during your talk about Varland. It's going to be Mason Miller for me. Mason Miller
Me too.
has 25 strays. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. He's the guy. He's the guy. Could he be on the move, though, for this Padres team? Possibly, but it's crazy that they got him, and it's crazy how there's talks now that he could be somewhere else this upcoming trade deadline. But Mason Miller, pure dominance over there. The Padres need to figure something out to try to keep this guy. Like, they have the talent. They need to do it, and with a guy like him, it's lights out every night when you have the opportunity to.
It's literally lights out when he steps on the mound. The lights literally shut out. Yeah, the most electric intro in baseball. The most electric stuff in baseball. His slider is actually so disgusting, and that's a superpower. He throws it the most, but then his fastball is 104, 104. What else can be said about this guy? I hate to just glaze all over him, but it's just true. How can you not? I want to give a shout out to Dylan Lee though for the Braves. A big reason why the Braves have been that good is, he's not a big save guy, but he has a 1.47 ERA. He's part of an excellent bullpen and a really good team right now for them. He's got good stuff too. And it's crazy because the Padres have two really good bullpen guys as well. And now I'm going back to the Padres and Adrian Morejon, and he's been great. He's pitched 50 total innings for the Padres. He gets used a lot when they actually have a lead. When they have a lead, he usually shuts it down. So they got a great bullpen, and usually those are the first two to go if you're a team that's suffering. It would be crazy if Mason Miller were to go too after what the Padres just did, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Mason Miller, but I want to give Dylan Lee and Adrian Morejon some love too. Luke Weaver too, I guess, but yeah, it's Mason Miller.
Now for some rookie talk. Starting off with the AL, I think both sides are pretty obvious when it comes to deciding this. As for the American League, it's going to be Kevin McGonigal. I feel like should have been at least when we talk about voting for the All-Star stuff, he should have been 1B right next to Bobby Witt. But he's been outstanding for the Tigers, even though the Tigers have been disappointing overall. He's sitting at a 283 on average, on base of a 392, slugging at 420, on base percentage at 812, and 34 RBIs. Not the home run hitter that you want to see, but his glove is fantastic over there at shortstop.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. McGonigal was my option, but I'm gonna go someone a little bit off the beaten path, who I said before. And I read an article about it, and it was a White Sox article. So I think obviously they're very biased, but I'm gonna go Tristan Peters. They talk about Tristan Peters being the key and the important piece to this White Sox team that is first in their division. Now McGonigal is part of a good team, of course. They're all right. They're battling right now, but they're not first. Obviously McGonigal is huge for the team, and he's leading all rookies in stats and everything, right? It's that good. But I think Tristan Peters is right there, and I think how important he is to the White Sox. He's been their best player, sneaky best player in terms of offense and defense. Between Miguel Vargas has been the story, he's been the bat, but Tristan Peters he's probably not this high of an OPS guy. You probably don't see him being close to an 800 OPS with his slug, but he's got I'm gonna use the nerdy stats again. He's got a 132 WRC plus. His WOBA is top 5. Top 10 is 7. He's still hitting for a lot of pop, and for a guy who's not supposed to be that, he's really good, man. And he plays all over the outfield. He's been part of this White Sox success, and I would say the main part of this White Sox success. Of course, Murakami would probably be in the running for NL Rookie of the Year if he was playing all these games and he's still hitting all these homers. He's got the flashy stats, but in terms of doing the dirty work, it's Tristan Peters, and he's been the most important player for the White Sox. I've said that a million times already, but I'm going to go with him, even though McGonigal, I don't want to take anything away from him. I think it just should be Tristan Peters. We've got to give him a little more respect.
Understandable. Yeah, I was looking at his stats. I knew he was good, but obviously he's not the power guy. So he 6 home runs, 36 RBIs, but the dude gets on base.
That's all you need to do.
All you gotta do.
Now McGonigal also gets on base though too. I will say, almost 400 on base percentage.
Yeah. Moving on to the NL rookies, I have JJ Weatherall, the Cardinals. And,
Me too.
Wow, the Cardinals are pretty much running away with all the awards here, surprisingly.
Yeah.
It's an amazing year for the Cardinals, and amazing year to have someone, a rookie like this, in Weatherall. He's posting a 2.59 batting average, 13 home runs, 36 RBIs. On base at a 356, slugging 399, on base percentage at a 755. 384.
Yeah.
If you want to look into that, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I want
It's
to think about
unreal.
what you're saying. If you're doing the WAR, the next best WAR for rookies is Carson Benj actually. We're looking at the same thing with Fangraphs. 3 players are tied with 1.7. But he's he's double the WAR compared to the other rookies, and that's because of his defense. He might be the best defensive shortstop in baseball right now. He's one of the best. Bobby's up. Bobby Witt is probably still one, but it's close. According to the metrics, I think Weatherall either got him or they're neck and neck right now. His defense has been great, and when you have a rookie at a premier position like shortstop, also safe with Tristan Peters, he's primarily center fielder. That's another premier position. But when you have a rookie as your guy at shortstop, that's so important. That's insane, especially when what's it called? When they had Win in there, they were still. I'm sorry, second baseman. I'm sorry. Up the middle, still up the middle guy. Those are premier positions, man, and he could still even be the shortstop. I know Mason Wynn, who has a cannon, has that spot, but still, Weatherall has been a stud. Nothing short of a stud. One of the best defensive players in baseball, not just in the infield, all over the place. He should run away with it right now. He is the NL Rookie of the Year.
Yep. Our last 2 awards coming down to the wire. We have the AL and NL Cy Young midway, and I think this should be pretty easy. I think we should just.
It's
bang that out.
close. You want to do it?
Oh,
All right.
it's
You want to
close.
say it? It's close. I think it's
AL.
close, but it is. AL. Okay. 3,
Should we
2, 1. Cam Schlittler.
Cam Schlittler.
I keep saying Schlittler, but Schlittler.
I say it for
Cam-
fun sometimes.
Cam
He just
Schlittler.
shits on you.
Yeah, he does. And then, all right, NL Cy Young. 3, 2, 1. Jacob
The
Mizorowski.
Miz.
I went full name.
Yeah.
The Miz for sure.
Yeah. Looking at stats, for the AL, you have less competition compared to the NL, with Christopher Sanchez still over there. Burns, Yamamoto, whole bunch of names you could put out there compared to the AL side with Cease, Messick, Martin, Soriano.
By the
But
way-
yeah, this is what you got, and
Yeah.
I think as long as they're doing pretty decent for the second half, I think this is pretty easy pick for Cy Young in the future if this is continuing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who knows if we'll see what happens with these guys. Mizorowski has the stuff to last forever. Now he's a pitcher, which is even better. But Sanchez, his metrics are so close to Miz. It's just Miz is just a little bit better. And it's damn. When you watch Mizorowski pitch, it's insane. I also want to give some. By the way, I know we should have did this beforehand, but you know what I would have liked to do? AL and NL Rookie of the Year pitchers, like Rookie Cy Young.
Ooh.
That's what I wish because Parker Mezek. How was it again? How do you say his last Messick? Parker Messick.
Messick.
Like, he's in the running for. Well, you mentioned him as in the running for AL Cy Young. He's a rookie. He's a freaking rookie, man. Like, that's elite. And so the future's bright with him. And I would have gave for my NL Rookie Cy Young Foster Griffin probably. Even though, look at the rest of the advanced analytics. Like, if you look at any other stat besides ERA. It's probably Noah McLean. Like it actually is, but ERA is most of them. Like pretty much every stat. If you look at the pitching,
I'll say some other rookies. I don't know if Andrew Painter. I don't know how he's doing for the Phillies.
He has a 7.34 ERA right now. Oh no, I'm sorry. He has a 7.06 ERA right now.
Then never mind. I don't know.
Even though I wanted Painter to be really good.
AL, you have Paintoli a little bit doing pretty solid over there. Wilbur Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those rookies don't get a lot of love anyway. And they should. Anyway,
and
final category.
I think we might be different for the MVPs slightly, but I think AL, I have the home run dasher, Yordan Alvarez for the Houston Astros, being my midway MVP so far. I feel like he's running away with it. The chances of him getting a Triple Crown this year are there. And I think it's just truly unreal. Like, you'll have like some other people on this AL side, like Cameron Narrow or Bobby Witt, making their runs, Ben Rice. But I think Yordan Alvarez is truly killing it over there. And there's nothing stopping him from getting that MVP as of right now.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's just a masher, man. Like, he's just so good. I always talk about his swing every time Yordan gets brought up, but it's such a good swing, such a sweet swing. It's about time, man. He's always been a professional hitter. He is that guy, man. Like, he's like helping will this Astros team back to playoff contention. And he can't do it by himself, but Yordan Alvarez, what he's been doing with the wood has been so good. Bobby Witt also, I want to give some flowers. Because Yordan is my AL MVP as well, but I want to give Bobby Witt some flowers. It hasn't been an amazing season, but defensively he's been still insane, according to the metrics at least. So I think he's still holding it down to premier position. It's just the Royals stink. So there's not a lot going on over there. And at least the Astros are pretty close.
Yeah. And now for the NL MVP. I don't know if it's a shocker. Maybe people might just have their eyes on one person, but I'm going to stick with this other guy.
Say it.
PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong of the Chicago Cubs. He started off slow, but he's on one. I don't know where I saw it, but I couldn't look it up. I think it's since June, his numbers have been absurd for any standards of any player. And he has his ups and downs, but right now he's clicking. He's for a Cubs team that's looked like they were going to be unstoppable with 2 10-plus winning streaks. They had a 10 losing streak going on, and after that happened, he pretty much turned it up and kind of has been carrying this Cubs offense, and he's been truly playing at an MVP. We saw it last year in the first half, and hopefully he can continue it this second half compared to last year where he kind of fell off a little bit. But PCA is my midway MVP.
I'm so happy you're saying him, because he's been so good. He's been electric. His defense has been outstanding. His bat has been what's been great too. As someone who's been as Evan goes to his closet over here. As someone who's been at the top of the order, still mashing like that, putting the Cubs uni on. That's good. That was That was the quickest I've seen Evan move, by the way. And Evan's a quick guy in terms of walking, but that was cat-like reflexes getting back to that closet.
PCA in the back, but yeah.
Shout out Pete Crow Armstrong, man. My pick is still Shohei Ohtani. Unfortunately, I'm going with a chalky pick. Yeah, it's. I'm sorry, it's
You're one of
chalk.
them. You're one of them.
I know. I'm a sheep. I am a sheep. I'm sheep of the Lord. But sheep. But I'm a follower because I looked like the pitching stats are gross, and his hitting stats back it up, too. It's not he's 8-2. He's had a less than a 2 ERA. He's not qualified as much with the innings, with the starters. He didn't pitch right away. But you put it over the full season. If he finishes with a 2.5 ERA and has an OPS of like 950, and how many homers is he at right now? He's at 22. He finishes with 40 bombs again. How can you not pick him to be MVP? I know we want something different, but his bat is so good. His pitching is probably even better. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. I want to say Pete Crow Armstrong, but it's Shohei Ohtani. It's Shohei Ohtani. Pete Crow Armstrong, I think, means a lot more to his team than Shohei Ohtani, but PCA is not the same type of impact on both sides of the ball because no one does what he does. It's plain and simple.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats. Yeah, that's Shohei Ohtani. But like PCA is right there. He's right there.
He is. No, he is. Like if all Shohei Ohtani did was hit and play right field, it'd be complete. I'd give it to PCA. I would. But he pitches too. So how are you not gonna give him MVP? That you oh man.
I thought we were gonna go on if he just played right field and or DH and just hit. I feel like that still would be. He had more at bats.
Yeah, true. He gets more at bats. Yeah, then probably yeah. That's fair. If he just because then he probably steals more bat like we did the other year. How many bags did he steal? 60, 7. What was it? Fuck! It was something stupid. Wasn't it like almost 70? I thought it was 60. Or maybe it was like.
I thought it was a 60-60.
It was 60-60, right?
Or 50.
50. No, he had 50. 50. 50-50 club. Only guy to ever do that. 50 homers and 50 stolen bags. 2 seasons ago. Like if he would DH, if he would be a full-time DH, he would do stuff like that. That's the thing. Like that's the PC is also he's second in baseball in stolen bases behind Nasim Nunez. Like he's really good. He's really good. It's just Shohei. That's it. It's amazing. I can't stop geeking out about this guy Shohei Ohtani. Like the fact that this guy was injured, so he couldn't pitch, but he could just hit. Was like, you know what? I'm fast. I'll just steal 50 bags.
That pretty much wraps our talk about our mid-season awards, all that jazz. But it's been great. It's been a great year. I feel like it's been so fun watching baseball.
Yeah, I it's easy for you to say. I will say. It's very easy for you to say. There's been a lot of good stuff happening around the league. I'm not gonna dampen the mood. I won't dampen the mood. I won't let my Mets dampen the mood because they don't deserve to. I'm not gonna let it happen because the rest of baseball has been great. 100% agree with that. It's been fun, and now we get the second half of play coming soon.
We do. So we'll get ready for that. That's gonna apparently start on Thursday. That's absurd.
Weird.
They get one less off day, but they're already pretty much there.
Yep.
In Philly, so I can't wait till I'll be in Philly. Next Saturday, Phillies Yankees. I'm gonna rep my Yankees stuff.
Of course, you have to.
I'm with my parents. I won't fight a Phillies fan, but we'll see. You never know.
Listen, if the moment calls for it, if the moment calls for it, you have to do what you got to do. You got to drop the gloves.
Yeah.
You can't be showing up in Philadelphia like Schwarber was showing
Unprepared.
up by Jordan Walker.
Yeah. Can't get knocked out like that.
No. Tell them like they'll be like 09 all over again. Let's start telling them. The Yankees beat the Phillies in 2009 in the World Series.
Mm-hmm. And before we get any further, fun thing to talk about, I saw, because obviously it was Philly, people were booing pretty much everyone.
Yes.
Like they were booing the kids missing a ball out there during the home run derby, but
Yeah.
there was every time the Phillies fans booed in the All-Star game introduction, like booed enough where we could like hear, and they probably did boo for everyone that we're just gonna hear, but like players. Yankees, Astros, Marlins, Diamondbacks. Probably some NLCS stuff there when they went to the World Series.
When they lost,
Braves,
yeah.
Dodgers, Mets, Nationals. You have Pirates. And they booed Jordan Walker and Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, they just hate, bro. Like they just like to boo anyone not Philly. Like that's it. They just anyone that's
Like,
not
the own division makes sense.
100%.
Jordan Walker made sense now.
Yes.
Wilson Contreras probably caused some havoc over there.
They
for
had some
Phillies
beef.
fans.
Yeah. They had some beef.
And Yankees are Yankees, so yeah. And Dodgers are Dodgers, and Astros are Astros. But well, actually, no. Pirates make sense. They're just same state.
Pirates doesn't make any. Just the same state.
It's just the same state, dude.
Do they have a rivalry? What?
I guess it's just an in-state rivalry. It's just like
Chicago, like Chicago players.
no, that's beef. That's beef. I'm trying to think of like either in baseball or any other sport, but
like Tampa play. You
If you're
think Tampa
in-state-
players are booing Marlins players? I mean fans. You think Tampa
Probably.
fans are booing? If there's any fans, by the way.
you like. Let's say what if like the Mets and Yankees weren't that like close or like that like important? Like you'd probably still boo the team in your own state. Like you want to be the only one.
I guess. I'm like comparing it like I like the Brooklyn Nets don't get booed that heavily at Knicks games because they're insignificant, but
Yeah.
the Islanders they might get booed a lot at the Garden, but I think that's more because they have history. They have a lot of
That too,
history. Yeah. They have a lot of history. Giants and Jets, I think the Jets get booed a decent amount.
I feel like both New York stuff is always that stuff getting booed.
You think Dodgers fans are booing Angels fans like that?
Yeah, they still
I feel like you just feel bad.
I know they're on two different scales here, but
yeah. I guess. Fair enough.
That pretty much wraps this up. My name is Evan O'Brien alongside Billy Bissell. Catch you guys next time.
See ya.